Stand up when I speak to you, the judge snapped, her gavel slamming like thunder. Gasps rippled through the courtroom. The man in the defendant's chair, slouched in a wheelchair, blinked in disbelief. His name was Staff Sergeant Eric Miles, Purple Heart recipient. 2 tours in Iraq, lost both legs to an IED, and now accused of assault for defending a homeless man from a violent attack. Your Honor, his public defender began, but the judge held up a hand. I don't care what war stories he has, she said coldly. In my courtroom we show respect. He will stand during sentencing. Eric's jaw clenched, not out of anger, out of humiliation. He had faced enemy fire, buried brothers in arms, and now he was being shamed like a child. His hands tightened on the wheelchair arms. He couldn't move. Not without prosthetics, not without support. In the back row, a woman let out a soft sob. It was Eric's mother, a nurse who had spent every dime to get him home, alive. Beside her, his teenage daughter looked at her father with wide, watery eyes. I can't stand, Your Honor, Eric finally said, voice low but steady. I don't have legs. The room fell silent. For a moment, even the judge froze, her lips parted, eyes flicking down to the man's missing limbs. But then, as if doubling down on pride, she adjusted her robe and continued, That does not excuse contempt of court. Whispers erupted. A veteran near the door stood up. Another woman clutched a flag pin to her chest. Then, from the gallery, a man rose, uniform still crisp, medals gleaming. Permission to speak, Your Honor? He asked, voice booming. She frowned. State your name and relation. Major Tom Hernandez. I served with Sergeant Miles. We carried wounded kids out of Fallujah together. He didn't flinch when bombs went off around us, and now you want to humiliate him for not doing what he physically can't. The judge was silent. Tom stepped forward. Let me tell you something. Eric saved lives. He bled for this country. And today, he tried to stop a mugger from beating a homeless vet outside a grocery store. That's why he's here. Not because he broke the law, because he kept living by his oath. Protect those who can't protect themselves. A tear rolled down Eric's cheek. He hadn't asked for praise, he'd only wanted to keep someone else from being hurt. But now, hearing it laid bare like this, in front of his daughter, it broke something open. The judge's facade finally cracked. She looked at Eric. Why didn't you say something? Because I was taught to respect the court, he said, even when it doesn't respect me. The silence in the room was deafening. The judge's eyes dropped, her fingers trembled. Sergeant Miles, I apologize. She stood. Everyone rise, she said, rise for a man who gave more than we can imagine. And one by one, the courtroom rose. Veterans, civilians, even the bailiff with tears in his eyes. They stood not because they were told to, but because they wanted to, for a hero who couldn't. The judge turned back to Eric. Case dismissed, with honor. And Sergeant, thank you. Eric looked at his daughter. She was crying now, but smiling. She reached for his hand. As people filed out, many came to shake his hand, to salute him, to say thank you. And that judge? She came down from the bench and hugged him. Not as a judge, as a human being. The next day, the courtroom video went viral. Millions watched a room transform from judgment to gratitude. Letters poured in, offers of help, donations to veterans' causes, and most of all, respect. So never judge someone by what they can't do. Look deeper. You might find a hero. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.